Welcome back. It's 7:12 now. The Environmental Protection Agency now serves as the lead agency on site of the fire at Smitty's. The EPA and some of its rules have undergone many changes over the past year. Political analyst Mike Sherman joins us this morning with how our political atmosphere could impact this disaster. Good morning, Mike. How you doing?
We're going to play a fun game this morning, Rob. We're going to
Okay.
play the alphabet soup of federal and state agencies. How many can our viewers name? You just did the first one, EPA, but I think, Rob, you gave the answer.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that then. So the EPA is weighing in now on what happened there at Smitty's. How does the federal government help in these situations in the past? And I guess, with things changing in the federal government over the last several years, how is that going to impact this type of situation?
Yeah, so we've got EPA, OSHA, ATF from the federal government on the ground, LDEQ and other agencies from the state responding. GOSEP on the ground with the unified command, lots of alphabet soup, but we have an industrial safety and emergency response system in America that has tremendous federal role and tremendous federal intervention. The EPA is the lead agency monitoring the safety of the air and the water in Roseland and Tangipahoa Parish. So EPA playing a very significant role. OSHA, of course, Occupational Safe and Health Administration, the one who does those inspections to look for worker safety and workplace safety. And we know that this facility, unrelated to the fire, had some significant six-figure fines from the EPA just a few years ago for its operations.
So with some of the changes that we've seen in the atmosphere of the federal government, especially some federal agencies trimming down, is that something that could impact the overall what happens here in the aftermath of this fire?
Not could, it will, right? I mean, the president has a stated policy of limiting the role of FEMA, reinstituting it for major disasters and leaving more to the states. I mean, we're seeing here, even in a singular fire at a singular plant in a singular parish, Louisiana is using federal support and help. So as the EPA, like all federal agencies, are going through massive cutbacks with significant layoffs at the EPA, including in the enforcement division, what role do Americans want for the federal government to protect their safety and health on an ongoing basis to prevent disasters? And what role do you want the federal government playing when a hurricane comes or when there's a fire like at Smitty's? These are core questions people now need to think about.
So, you brought up a good point there with hurricane season. We're right in the middle of it now, and FEMA has been on the chopping block. Is that something, what we're seeing here with Smitty's, is that something that we could see a similar type response with FEMA in the future? Or is this something that you think people will say, hey, no, we want these federal agencies to step in this situation?
Yeah, I mean, the EPA has advanced training, technology, and systems. So the key question after looking at Smitty's, is it possible for all 50 U.S. states to develop that in-house capacity and capability, fund it through our annual Louisiana taxes that we pay? Or actually, is it a good thing to have a federal government that, when you have a disaster like this, has the resources to send in a team of experts that might not be needed on a day-to-day or year-to-year basis in a state like Louisiana? So FEMA, I think the same issue. You probably don't need FEMA responding to a 2-alarm fire in the 7th Ward, but you sure do need them when Hurricane Katrina comes. So what should that balance be between federal support for emergencies and local and state responsibility for the more ordinary things you see?
All right, so something that might begin to work its way out as we see things going forward. We'll continue monitoring everything that happens at Smitty's, and thanks for that, Mike. We appreciate it.
Rob, I tried getting 8 different agencies in there with initials just to play the name game. I think I only got 5. I feel unaccomplished.
You got 3 more on you right now?
Yeah, well, we have ATF, we have ATC, we have LDEQ responding, we have GOSEP responding. Wow, I think I just hit the 8. Thank you for that chance.
You're sounding like FDR now. All right. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you.
Very good.
All right, let's get over to meteorologist